Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. In this video we're going to be looking at the ULA Plus or Enhanced Colours option on the Spectrum. Does it make the games better or worse? We're going to find out. You can actually use them on the loaded games as well, although you have to add your own palette. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Right, let's get started. I'll go straight to how to actually put the extended colours on. If you go to the menu options, display options, and make sure that this option is selected. This is the enable extended colours, the ULA Plus option, and this will add a different colour palette to your chosen inbuilt game that you're playing. Now sometimes it's a little bit better, sometimes it's really just different. You can let me know, guys, what you think. Do you think it's better? Does it improve? Or does it just spoil that original nostalgic feeling of playing the original game? But yeah, please let me know what you think. I will run through a few games and I'll maybe try and run a few side by side so you can actually see what the differences are. So let's start with Alien Girl. You can look in the background, you can see the standard graphics for the games. But say I will run some of these side by side. But if you play Alien Girl, it gives a sort of more purple hue to the actual game. And maybe even arguably it does look a little bit better in this instance. Some of the games it seems to maybe bring the graphics out a little bit, but you could probably argue that by doing so and adding all these different colours, it maybe takes away the feel of what a Spectrum game was or what the original Spectrum game was like. See, it just gives this very, very purple look to the game. Is it better or is it just different? I really don't know. It is going to differ from game to game, which are better, maybe slightly improved. I have seen some games where it does look a lot better. I think in my preview video I tried Rick Dangerous, for example, and I think Rick Dangerous looks pretty awful with the sort of blue colour and to it, but adding some different colour palettes to it, it makes it look a heck of a lot better. But anyway, guys, I'm going to run through a few games now and I'll shut up for a minute so you can actually watch and look at the different games with this extended colours turned on. Okay guys, now I guess based on that, sometimes it looks better, sometimes it just looks different. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I think it really varies from game to game. Now what I'm going to do now is look at a game that I've actually got a colour palette for, a loaded game that I added myself. And the actual game itself is Chucky Egg. Now, to do this, you can have a look at the package that's available on itch.io. I covered this in a previous video. It actually comes complete with a lot of colour palettes already, so you can add that to a few games. It even comes with quite a lot of games as well. It is free to download on itch.io, and you can create your own colour palettes as well and then add them to your sort of chosen game. Now you can, in theory, basically choose any colour palette and then add it to any other game, but you'll probably get some mixed results. Sometimes it might just not look right at all, so you're probably going to have to experiment a little bit. But anyway, let's have a look at Chucky Egg, how it looks normally, so that you get an idea. A really cool game, and I will probably cover this a little bit more in another video, looking at the sort of controls and how to actually set it up properly to sort of play. So yep, classic Chucky Egg, and it's very nice, a good fun sort of platformer. A little bit tricky because you have to probably set up your controller. If you're using a controller, you need to sort of map that to some keys on the keyboard so that you can actually control the character properly. But anyway, I'm really just playing this just so you can get an idea of what the graphic colours are like. So let's have a look at what it looks like with an added colour palette. So as I said, I have got this colour palette option here, and then you obviously have to make sure they are both in tap format when you're creating these. That is obviously preferable. Now this one is actually the game, this one is the colour palette. So if you clear that off, first choose the colour palette first, and then add a file and choose Chucky Egg. Obviously that's the actual game, so you've basically got the colour palette first, then the actual game, and then press make sure you go into the home settings and make sure that the enabled extended colour option is actually on, otherwise it won't actually take effect. So let's get started. Press home media and it will firstly load in the colour palette. Now to change onto the second program, you press home and S on the actual keyboard itself, and that will then change onto the second option that you've chosen there in the menu, and then you can see it gives this sort of different colour palette to the actual game. Is it better? I don't know, it's just really different. I don't know, I think it's just a personal preference. Now you can obviously download this package from itch.io and you probably can mess about and create your own colour palettes and have this looking even different and having a little bit more wow. But anyway guys, you get the idea. I think this is actually interesting, but is it any better? Not sure. It may improve some games, and other times it really just looks a little bit different. Okay guys, that's our look at looking at different colour palettes and the extended colours on the spectrum. If you get any questions, please reach out and I'll try my best to actually help. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.